medical sciences for Tejas and Ojas, Prana they're beginning to recognize kind of.
Correct, correct. You know, very good question. Prana is your neuroelectrical impulse, your neuroelectricity. But Tejas is nothing but certain kind of amino acid. They work at the level of cell membrane, at the level of RNA, DNA. They are Tejas. And Ojas is the immune system. So, Ojas, Tejas, Pran, these are three important factors. They maintain the life of a single cell. The single cell can live longer. And that's the beauty. But there is no parallel. One thing is there, when liver destroys the old red blood cell, and out of destruction of RBC, the hemoglobin comes out and the heme is separated, and globin part is Ojas in the liver. That's why doctor give gamma globulin shot to prevent hepatitis. So that globulin is a very special protein, maybe resembling to the Ojas. Tejas is amino acid, liver enzyme, because liver is a seat of five bhutagni. Every ether, air, fire, water, earth has an Agni component. Nabasa Agni, the Agni component of space. Vayavya Agni, the Agni component of air, which really absorb the gaseous exchange happen because of that. Tejo Agni, which is responsible for cellular metabolic activity. And Apo Agni, which maintain plasma serum. And Parthiva Agni is a mineral, calcium, magnesium, zinc. So exactly when we study modern medicine and Ayurveda concurrently and inherently, then we will understand which part is Prana, which part is Tejas, and which part is Ojas.
In the yogic sciences, generally, Ojas is seen as a non-physical dimension of energy. If you… because everything physical has come from the non-physical. If you create a cocoon of non-physical dimension of energy, cocoon does not mean like this.
Right.
On the cellular level, every cell has a little bit of non-physical dimension,
Correct.
a wrap around itself. That cell will continuously regenerate itself at a pace that is considered miraculous.
Correct, correct.
Well, your recovery from anything, injury or any ailment will be like that. Above all, first of all, you don't get sick enough to be called sick. Depending on how violently you live.
Right, right.
When I say how violently, see, you're living a nice peaceful life, I live a violent life, I'm on full speed on a motorcycle. So, my life is 7 days of the week, 365 days. There's no day, there's no night. You know, sometimes it's 24 hours work, other days it's 18, 20 hours of work. It's a violent life. But still I have not cancelled a single event because I am not well. Such a thing has not happened in the last 39 years.
No, what you say, very
So,
beautiful.
a certain amount of ojas kind of puts you back always. It doesn't matter. It's not that I have not been unwell, well, I caught flu, I caught this, I caught that many times. But no matter what's happening, I can still continue my activity.
Right.
So, if what you said kind of interests me, that ojas is that kind of energy which is not physical in nature.
Right, right.
But if you are incubated in that always, if every cell is incubated in that always,
Correct, correct.
your recovery or your ability to be beyond what physical things do to you.
Ayurveda says that ojas can be measured on physical level in physical term as ojosar. Then tejas can be measured. Then there is a para ojas and upper ojas. So para is superior. Superior ojas is ashtabindvatmakam param ojam rudistitaha. So that 8 drop, ashtabindvatakam ojas, the 8 drop of superfine ojas, that comes to the heart and that stimulates pacemaker SA node, then it stimulates to the AV node and to the bundle of His. All cardiac activity are governed by that superior ojas. Then inferior ojas is Ardha Anjali, which is half pint, and that is circulating throughout the body to maintain immunological response. But there is a Shakti Roop ojas that become aura. So if you do meditation, you are in samadhi, then that your upper ojas become para ojas become aura. And that halo, that aura, is nothing but ojas. But the color of the aura is tejas. And pulsation of aura, vibration of aura is pran. Even at the auric level, ojas, tejas, pran are operating in a subtle Shakti form. But in a physical form, ojas, there is a ojo prakriti. And Ayurveda says the person who is very handsome, dynamic, with attractive eyes and very charming personality, when he comes, there is a whole vibration.
I look like a blind man.
Yeah, yeah. So that is called, so you fall into that category. Your prakriti is ojo prakriti. So ojas is a physical thing. Ojas can be psychological thing, which is bliss, joy, happiness, and ojas can be spiritual thing, which is samadhi.
So Ayurveda talks about these aspects, is it?
To some extent. Charak does talk about.
I've always been so engaged with life, I never had the patience to study anything. I'm just absolutely involved with life inside and life outside.
Correct, right.
So I never sat down and made a study of anything. So you must tell us, you spent a lifetime of study.
I think your whole life is a study. Even you are driving motorbike, still you are observing, you are learning. There is no end to the study, no end to the learning. Learning is at every moment. And that is your humbleness. You say, I have no time, but you are always in that process.